Okay, so I just noticed that the house is trashed. Anyway, let's go clean this house. I'm gonna go a little fast, so you don't have to actually watch me clean my house. Maybe we'll put a little music on.
Hey everybody, welcome to the video. I'm glad you could make it. It's officially the first actionable video we have on Seal Coat Nation. So, give us a little round of applause, will you? Thank you very much. Thank you so much. Today we're going to cover me cleaning my house a little bit in this speed video with a little music in the background. I hope you don't mind. That's how we're going to start it off. So this video is going to cover the phone call that I got. I mean, it's not actually, the phone call's not actually on the video, but the fact is I got a phone call from a friend, good family friend, and he put me up on some information that the Jewish community that he does work for, he's done hundreds of thousands of dollars with them last year, I guess, in work, so they trust him. That relationship's good, but I guess they're looking for somebody to do some asphalt. So he called me, of course, the guy that is the expert in dealing with these kind of things and what they need and what they have to have completed. And so I took a look, went down there, got a few measurements down, kind of got a feel for what kind of cleaning and prep and all that we were going to have to do. And it looks like it's doable. It looks like a couple dollars can be made for everybody. And this is the perfect opportunity to help out a community in need right now, especially considering the property that we're working on is graveyard property. It's the paths, that you drive on when you go to visit your deceased loved ones in the graveyard. You drive down those kind of like one-track car paths. You can. It's big enough to where if you had to get over a little, you could get two cars down it, no problem. In the wider parts, you can probably just drive two right down it, no problem. But you know what I mean. Those types of paths, and it's an old concrete overlay that's coming up, and it was only laid about an inch, 2 inches, maybe in some spots where there was holes, it was a little thicker, where the holes were. But as far as directly over the concrete, there was maybe an inch or two, and that's good. It happens. Not every overlay is going to be 3 inches or better. Sometimes you're going to get a bid where it's a little less, but it'll get the job done. It'll look great for a few years until it starts coming up. And the tough thing about putting anything over concrete is it doesn't really matter how much binder you use. Concrete isn't very porous. It's not a super porous material. It's only got a surface porosity, and it's not very high. And anything you try to stick to it, except for certain materials, there's some epoxies and things like that you can use, but most material that you stick to it will wear off eventually, much quicker off of concrete than it does other stuff. And as far as asphalt is it's not porous, but it can definitely take some binder. It's made of the same material. Concrete is made of basically crushed gravel, dust, certain crushed rock powder is basically what it's made out of. And asphalt is made of like petroleum. It's made out of like oils and stuff, and some rocks. There's obviously rocks in it, but they're just coated in oil and goo. And asphalt breaks down with petroleum products. It tears it up. It pretty much destroys it molecularly. Just breaks it all down into goo, basically, over time. If you've ever dealt with where somebody's parked their car a lot in this business, or do parking lots where there's a lot of business of shitty cars, it's like a shitty neighborhood or something, you'll notice those parts of the asphalt are just disintegrated, and when you get down into it and you go to scrub and clean it, you'll realize it's still almost like a liquid. It's really weird. It's like if you scrub it, it'll just keep coming up. It'll just break down. It's broke down all the way through it, even though it's still kind of solid. If you keep digging at it, you'll keep digging it right up. It's almost like a really it's almost like a cookie that's kind of wet. It's still kind of wet. If you break it just right, it'll come apart, you know. And that's kind of what this asphalt's like when it gets like that. So anyway, what this place needs is roughly about 20 tons of asphalt. It might need a little more, but asphalt's not super expensive, and if it's just a little bit more for the patchworks and stuff, it's whatever makes the customer happy at that point. With the bid, we have enough room to wiggle for any additional tonnage we may add at that point, because it wouldn't be much and it'd be well worth it for the customer satisfaction, and it's just to make the job look right and complete and professional. And yeah, so this video today is going to cover a little bit of that. You get to see how excited he gets. You get to meet my friend JK for a second. I don't really have a lot of video of him on here, but I can tell you right now, I've known JK for 20 plus, oh shit, it's probably been almost 40 years now. What am I saying, 20? I say 20 all the time because I know people for 20 years so often, but I've known JK since I was probably 10 years old, and I'm 47 now. So yeah, it's been close, probably over 30 years. We met in the hoods of Warren, baby. We were neighbors. He actually broke my sister's leg, this son of a bitch. He was twirling her around, threw her in some leaves or something, and she landed wrong. I ended up breaking her femur. It was kind of crazy. She was in a weird, and she was so little. She was in a weird, like, lower body cast, but we had to change her diaper still. Like, it was really weird. She was like a little diaper flap. Oh, sorry, Allison. Sorry if I embarrassed you on that one, but, anyway, so, yeah, you get to meet JK. Corey obviously comes with me. Driver extraordinaire. We have, you know, some conversation in the truck, talking about a few things on the way there and on the way back. We stop at the old Dispo. Let's see, I've gotten quite different takes on this on the marijuana thing. For one, let me just explain to you, I have been smoking marijuana since I was a child. I used to steal it from my stepdad and from whoever else had it around when I was a kid and couldn't get my hands on it. You know, and over the years, it's just kind of been a part of my life. It's finally legal because it's not a bad drug to use if you're going to do anything. I mean, I smoke nicotine. As a matter of fact, I just gave it up. I'm on my 5th or 6th day of no smoking nicotine. And I'm telling you what, giving that up was important. Giving weed up, I did it before. I went over a year without smoking weed a few times. At least a couple times I did it for extended periods of time. And I can tell you right now, it didn't really, I mean, aside from my pocketbook possibly a little bit, because, you know, you got to buy it, but now it's so cheap. But even then, that was the only real difference I noticed was, I guess, taking the time to smoke it, you know, and like actually performing the tasks of getting high. But I didn't really notice that I was more aware or smarter or better. As a matter of fact, I noticed that life seems to flow smoother. It seems to flow a bit smoother when I'm smoking. I'm a busybody, okay? That's one of the things, and I can't do cigarettes and tobacco because it kills me. It literally just drains me down. $8 a day, that's ridiculous. I can spend $50 on weed and it'll last me over a week and a half probably. $50 wouldn't even last me, let me see, 5 times 8 is 40. Yeah, it wouldn't even last me a week in cigarettes. And I can last almost 2 weeks with $50 smoking weed. So if it's about the money thing, weed's cheaper now. It's way cheaper than the cigarettes. And the cigarettes can get worse. The weed is where it's at. As a matter of fact, as I get older, I smoke less. I don't smoke more, I smoke less. So the tolerance and the appetite for it really kind of wanes off. And I don't know, maybe that's not for everybody. Maybe it's just me. But that's just kind of where I'm at with that. When people are like, oh, you got to watch out, man, Cam. Listen, man, my videos are for adults. They're not for babies, okay?
It's adults only, son of a bitch.
We're not trying to talk to the babies. We're trying to talk to the mamas and daddies out there.
So because I'm talking to adults, let me just say that I'm not gonna worry about. Well, I'm not gonna worry too much about what I'm doing as far as smoking weed. I'm not getting out here going crazy and like trying to sell bongs and trying to like do dabs online. Like, I'm not doing none of that shit. Okay, it's not like that. And don't misconstrue the two. I smoke to stay maintained, and I mean, and it's sociable too. Like you know, let's say a good friend or a cousin comes over and they're smokers. Hey man, what's up? Hey, you guys want to smoke real quick? Yeah, we catch up while we smoke. It's just a thing, man. A lot of people say, hey man, you want to go have a little shot of whiskey? Look like my cousin. He don't smoke weed. But when I come over, if we're relaxing, we're chilling, he'll be like, hey man, you want to take a shot of this bourbon I got? This fucking badass bourbon I got? Yeah, I'll take a shot. Because that's what you do. You take a little shot. He might even have a cigar that he's had laying around that he wants to try. And I'll hit a cigar if I'm not inhaling it, just to taste the flavor, because I do like the flavor of stuff. I'm a flavor fanatic. If you talk to me about food, I love eating food. You know, flavor is just a thing. I like flavor. I like certain wines. I'm not a wine guy, but I like wine and cheese. I like the flavor of them. I mean, I don't go crazy, but I do like it. So, about the weed, don't even worry about it. None of your fucking business. How about that? I hate people trying to run my life. Man, that shit's so annoying. Oh, man. Well, it looks like the wife's complaining about some kind of dog activity. She's on her job today. She has to work with dogs, so sometimes she gets a little scared about some dogs. Well, there's another dog she can't deal with, so well, it happens. Gotta love her. At least she ain't getting bit by him right now. She's been bit by a couple dogs before. Sometimes I worry about her. I'd like to have her not have to worry about working anymore someday. Don't let her know I said that. I can't make no real promises yet. Alright, so you get to kind of see the job. I mean, listen, there's not a lot of action in this video, okay? This video isn't it's not gonna be the most action-packed thing. It's just me doing some measurements and trying to figure out what we're gonna need exactly. But it's something. Hey, it's the official kickoff. You know, things always start slow. It's a new season. Usually when I start a season off, we're just doing startup and stuff anyway. You get to see the guys though, and that's coming. All right, that's fucking coming. Leave me alone. It's coming. I'm working my way into that. All right, just leave me the hell alone. All right, I'm working my way into it. You guys are mean to me.
Bah.
But as far as this one's concerned, you're just gonna see Corey now, and you get to see JK, meet JK. So this video is just gonna be me making measurements. Like I said, we're just gonna kind of go in there, get our feet wet, get my boots a little bit dirty, and there's a little update to this. There's got to be an issue always. So the issue with this one is he doesn't have the equipment. Ricky doesn't have enough stuff, I don't think, to do what I need to do. So I'm gonna have to have Chad help me. I haven't told Ricky yet, but I'm gonna have to go with Chad only because I need to get 20 tons and I gotta get it done in a day. And I just don't know if we can get it done with Ricky's stuff. But so we're gonna end up going with Chad. And Chad's already got a hold of me, but what he said isn't exactly what we wanted. And we'll talk about that. But for right now, this is just gonna be us. We're gonna take a quick leisurely ride to the job. Enjoy the content, like and subscribe in the end. This channel's new. We're gonna be getting involved in a lot of the fun stuff of, you know, seal coating and all that here in a few weeks to a month. Until then, I'm gonna just be putting out short videos about little stuff here and there, just to kind of keep videos churning. But and I'm really getting used to this new equipment and this new stuff, so I'm having a lot of fun. What am I using here? CapCut right now and DaVinci. Those are my two big boys. CapCut seems to be pretty good, man. They got a lot of cool stuff in here. I'm just now getting involved in the CapCut, but you know, you guys are gonna see some really cool stuff coming from me. And Nicholas, he's gonna get involved here too soon. He's going through a few things with some family right now with some stuff, so he's kind of been off base with this. He really wants to. I know he does. He's talking about it all the time. So you're gonna see a lot of cool stuff coming from him and me. We're gonna team up, the dynamic duo. You know what I'm talking about? Oh, Ah, shit, not that hard.
Bah.
Okay, so I can't do it twice. Aren't you excited for the dynamic duo? Oh, whatever, I'm excited. You know what I'm saying? I'm super excited. Ready to go. You know what I'm saying? Ready to rock. So like I said, and I know I keep saying it, but I'm finally going to be done with it. Like and subscribe if you enjoy this type of stuff. We'll talk to you soon.
Okay. This looks like your typical bullshit ass dirty job. Brushes and blowers. You're gonna have to, looks like we might have a spot to throw all the bullshit back here. I'm gonna have to shovel some of this shit out right here. There's not really a whole lot of deep spots. We got a little bit of a hole here. But other than that, we're just kind of recapping this. It looks like they had maybe a couple inches cap on it that varied in depth from maybe 4 to 5 inches to like 1.5 inch. So they basically want to start from this concrete here just to stay as wide as it was before. Looks like they got a little bit of a dirt buttress here for the right up here, so we don't have to go all the way to the rocks. Looks like it stops about right here. I think we can get away with it right here. We'll end up butting right up to that other rock. Sorry, we can use a chalk line for that. Okay, something doable there. So this is looking somewhere between 16 and 20 tons. I'm gonna say it might be around 18 when we're all done with it. And then we got down there, we'll take a look. We got a few spots in here we can kind of patch. It looks like they just did a shitty job on the overlay of this concrete. That's typical, honestly. You know, this is kind of what happens. Stuff like this, little holes. We'll fill those in. Everything back there looks pretty good. I don't think they're concerned for that. Hole there. This actually doesn't look too bad here. Yeah, definitely. I know he said something out up there, but it looks like we could hit some of these spots too. This is really where he's going to want to start the main patching. Start here and start worrying about things this way. This is just patching, though. We're not covering obviously everything. And then he said something about this area. So we can clean this up a bit. Hit this. Definitely this is the main concern. I think we just maybe cut this off right here. Like that. We'll run a straight one down the middle, connect with this one. Take care of this here. And then we'll run this whole area out. And come all the way over to like right here. I think once we clean this, we can get away with a couple small ones here. And I think that was pretty much it. So we're looking at somewhere between 20 and 24. I'm just going to charge them for 20. And I think that's pretty good. Thing is that I'm doing all this and I'm probably going to come here and do it hourly. Honestly, if you really know me, you know that's never my main concern. I just like helping people out. Having all these guys get connected. Guys get to hang out. And, you know, it's kind of what life's all about. That gives us the ability to hang out, apply our skills, have a good time, get to know each other and our friends a little bit more. You know, that's what life's all about, baby. That's what life's all about. Hey Josh, you happen to have a tape measure? Do you happen to have a tape measure?
Yeah, we're trying.
Yeah, we can fucking walk this out real quick.
Just 25, but
Nah, that's fine.
it's
Yeah, I can just go 20 at a time even. Look at that thing, dude.
almost don't need help lately.
I know, man. Fuck, I'm afraid.
Like you were 16 again.
Yeah. Oh man, this thing is so tough, dude. Say 92. All right. Ooh, she's a long one. Holy moly! Cleaning the house yesterday. Started strong, you know. Got the dishes going, and I got everything kind of going. I actually got it done. So I mean, my house is kind of a piece of shit anyway. I bought the place last year, kind of at the end of the year. It was like a block away from my daughter's house, so it was kind of like I couldn't really pass it up. The windows were leaking. I had to repair these walls right here. You know, I just bought the place just to kind of be by the kids and have my own place. Tis life. But yep, got everything cleaned up. I figured I'd show you. I have like a bachelor-esque home. This is like my man cave spot. You know, so I figured I'd just let you know. I let myself in, and I did come home last night, stayed up late, and cleaned my own house. I've been busy with videos, and as a matter of fact, I'm gonna continue with this video. 92 by 10. Then,
You guys have a blessed day, man.
is there,
If you drive past 3 more times, you'll be a beer. That's it. Hey, I got you on that. Anytime, brother.
Yeah, you know, it really is nice to be hanging out with Josh again, hanging out with Corey again. And I can't wait to hang out with the other guys either. This is kind of what life is about, isn't it? Being with your friends, your family, really. The same guys you hang out with every year. Same guys you've been hanging out with every damn year. But you love them. How do you not love them? So yeah, it's going to be good. It's going to be great. I can't wait to enjoy this with the rest of you. Stay tuned. It's coming. Oh, and hey, I forgot to tell you. The boss said he'd do it. He said as long as he gets to do the job, he'll pay us what we want. He told me what he wants, and everybody's happy. So yeah, good end to a good start for the season. First job logged in as far as at least we're going to attempt to get it done. So within the next week or two, that'll be on the books. You guys will see that coming in. I just wanted to update you at the end here with the good news. It's all a go. As long as they want to do it still, we're good to go. So wish us luck. Let's hope that the Jewish community over there trusts our boy, trusts us to get this job done, because I know we can do it. Josh knows we can do it. And this would look really good for Josh and for our company to get a good foot in with this place, because I hear they have more work. So hopefully it's a win-win-win-win-win-win-win for everybody. See you next time, folks. Peace.